take you floating on a river in golden age.
Reflecting on the golden age takes me into a space of pure innocence, and I rejoice in the wonder of seeing into being. Emergence for me is a process of bringing to light a reality that is lying deep within the soul. And seeing into being is to bring forth that reality through living experiences. In the sacred space of pure innocence, the soul is able to look at itself in an atmosphere of silence with the childlike qualities of curiosity and wonder. The soul is able to visualize golden patterns taking shape and molding themselves into form. Being in this subtle space of pure innocence reminds me of the fairy tale Sleeping Beauty. I thought of Sleeping Beauty because of the spinning wheel. Spinning the discus in the wrong direction, we were pricked by the needle of body consciousness, and we fell into the slumber of sleep. We forgot what was original to us. What must have been the last thought before we fell into that deep slumber of sleep? When I think of what that last thought could be, I feel that it must have been one that left each one of us with an awesome memory. I'm also convinced that the divine intellect works with these awesome memories to return us to the light of our divine originality. Reflecting on what my own last thought could have been, I recalled a blessing that I received many, many years ago from Bap Dada. He told me, this is what he said, when Sri Krishna took birth, he received a golden spoon in his mouth. What did you receive when you took birth? You received the canopy of Baba's remembrance. Recalling this blessing, I found myself moving through the heavenly shades of golden aged sanskaras. And Baba's blessing opened me to glimpses of divinity within me. Even these glimpses had receded and become almost lost. And they suddenly emerge when I recalled that blessing. I felt in that moment that this was not unique to me, but I feel that each soul has a unique intimacy with God that opens him or her to magical experiences. I was touched when Baba said in the Murli that like Brahma Baba, the souls too emerge from the navel of Shiv Baba. Baba makes it clear that those who become deities are given birth by Shiv Baba through the mouth of Brahma Baba. And after coming into the lap of God and becoming pure, the soul then takes a deity lap for 21 births. The divine treasures are the inheritance received from the unlimited Father, and they serve to give us glimpses of the golden age. So even though we fell into the slumber of forgetfulness, when it is time for the divine sanskaras to emerge, they do so naturally. Baba says that the golden aged sanskaras emerge in soul consciousness with the support of the divine intellect. The divine intellect, as we know, is a grace gift received from Baba at the time of our spiritual birth. And soul consciousness is a state of aliveness. By aliveness, I mean of indescribable feelings, of beauty, of joyousness. So, in my version of the fairy tale, Sleeping Beauty is awakened by the kiss of the divine intellect. Her third eye opens and the princess remembers. Join me in a journey of the princess who remembers. The princess remembers living in a paradise of purity, peace, happiness, and prosperity. The land of the first prince, the dynasty of deities waiting for their divine emperor to be enthroned. The princess is enthralled by the pleasure in paradise, where the palaces are studded with diamonds and precious stones. She herself is sitting in a bejeweled swing. The princess remembers living in a world restored to harmony by the heavenly shades of the unlimited Father's virtues, where everyone is in the ascended degrees of dignity, full of all divine virtues, 16 celestial degrees pure, completely viceless. They are all elevated and exemplify divine qualities of character. The princess remembers living in a state in which all interactions are grounded in free, mutual, and noble exchanges of love and respect. There is the radiance of trust and the beauty of belonging in all relationships of those living in the land of gold. The princess remembers living in safety and security in a renewed age of perfection. The invisible hand of Shrimat, embedded in the seed of the soul, spreads over the planet and the people as the godly governance of natural law and order. The princess remembers living in liberation. She thinks neither of the past nor of the future. She enjoys the novelty of now. She moves to the magic of the moment. She flourishes in the splendor of eternal spring. And she prospers in the awesomeness of self-sovereignty. The princess remembers living in happiness ever after in a land called the Golden Sparrow.
तो उस समय बाबा के हाथ में
As
बहुत
Baba
सुंदर
said that,
क्रिस्टल
a
का
very
बॉल था.
a beautiful
देखिए,
crystal
जो क्रिस्टल का
ball
बॉल
emerged
देखिए,
in
बाबा
Baba's
ने
hand.
कहा,
It appeared
आज
in
बाप
Baba's
बच्चों
hand.
को ये क्रिस्टल का बॉल
So
दे
Baba
रहे
is
हैं.
gifting the children
लेकिन
this
जैसे
crystal
वो
ball.
बॉल बच्चों के पास पहुंची,
But as that ball was reaching each
तो वो
child,
बॉल जो था बच्चों के पास पहुंचते ही उसके अंदर अलग अलग प्रकार
as
के
it reached the
कोई
child,
हल्का कलर, कोई बहुत सुंदर कलर,
the
कोई
light
उसके
within
अंदर
that was
बिल्कुल
changing,
थोड़ा
sometimes
डार्क
dark,
और
sometimes
ऐसे
light
ऐसे
colors.
बदलते जा
So
रहे
that
थे.
form was changing.
तो बाबा ने कहा,
So Baba explained,
बाप जो है नए वर्ष के लिए बच्चों को ऐसा क्रिस्टल दे रहे हैं.
Baba is giving the
वो
children such a
क्रिस्टल
crystal for the
है
new year.
क्लैरिटी का,
It is a crystal of
Purity
clarity,
का
of purity,
और रॉयल्टी का.
and royalty.
तो जैसे बाबा ने कहा कि बच्चों के संकल्प क्लियर स्पष्ट होंगे,
Let your
तो
thoughts
उनके
be
अंदर
clear,
प्योरिटी ऑटोमेटिकली
then automatically purity within the soul will emerge. And along with that purity,
जन्मों के लिए जो रॉयल्टी आनी है, तो वह रॉयल्टी भी बच्चों के अंदर
you will experience also the royalty that you're going to see for the next 21 births.
देखा ये क्रिस्टल क्या
So Baba
है?
then said, did you see what this crystal is?
ये तो क्रिस्टल है.
I said, Baba, this looks like a crystal. It just looks like a crystal.
दुनिया वाले
So Baba
साइंस के
explained,
माध्यम से
in the world,
कितने प्रकार के
people,
इन्वेंशन कर रहे हैं, लेकिन
science
ये क्रिस्टल
creates
जो है,
so many new
ये
inventions,
साइलेंस का ही विशेष इंस्ट्रूमेंट है.
but this crystal
इस
is
साइलेंस
represents
के विशेष
the
इंस्ट्रूमेंट
special
से ही
instrument of silence.
तो अपने अंदर
Through this instrument of
अपने
silence,
को चेक कर सके
you're able to check
कि
yourself,
मेरे अंदर कितनी क्लैरिटी है,
how much clarity I have within the soul,
cleanliness है,
how much cleanliness I have within the soul, how much do I have a clear connection with the Father,
अपनी प्योरिटी की भी
and through that
और परसेंटेज को बढ़ाते
you can increase
जाइए.
your percentage
और
of purity of the
जैसे
soul,
प्योरिटी की
and as
percentage
purity
बढ़ेगी,
increases,
रॉयल्टी भी ऑटोमेटिकली
then more and more royalty will
फिर बाबा ने
emerge.
कहा बच्चों को नए वर्ष in gold.